Hi, my name is Omar and I work at the Forensic Services, and I'm here today to just really share my experience about supporting one of my patients in hospital who suffered with COVID. And I think just this story for me, one of the significant thing about it is that my patient was somebody who was quite young, very fit, and he sadly became ill and needed to go into hospital. And one of the things that I saw when I escorted him to hospital and spent some time there was that he required oxygen, quite a lot of oxygen. And when I was there, I sort of got to see how the hospital environment was, and a lot of the other patients that were there that were also receiving treatment. And what I did was I spoke to quite a lot of the nurses that were there, and they talked about the vaccine with me. And really what they showed me was a clear visual example of what it looked like when somebody who was not vaccinated was receiving treatment. And compared to somebody that was vaccinated and that suffered with COVID and receiving treatment. And it was really powerful to see that quite a lot of the patients that were vaccinated, they were able to be treated and really cope as much as they can without the oxygen. And for those people that were not vaccinated, quite a lot of them were on oxygen. And the nurse was able to show me in the bay to say, look, these patients here, they're not vaccinated, so they're constantly relying on oxygen. And the ones sort of that were on my left, she described to me as having had at least one dose, and they were able to kind of get through their treatment as much as they can without hardly using any sort of oxygen. And it was really interesting. My patient, who was really quite young and fit, he required lots of oxygen. And I think, yes, you would think, he might have other, health issues. He apart from psychiatric health issues, he really didn't have any other underlying physical health issues. And this is sort of what really opened up my mind to kind of understand that the importance of vaccination, and to just really encourage people to really consider it. Because I suppose one of the testing ground is when someone really gets unwell and ends up in a hospital, whether, how they really cope there. And I feel like that's really the battling and testing ground to really see what the vaccine can do. And I really believe the vaccine will really help. Much so, and we're not saying that you won't get sort of infected with the disease or struggle, but I suppose it will really limit your reliance on oxygen quite a lot, and you're more likely to be able to survive throughout the harsh conditions and hospital admission.